Family, happy Friday to you. We have an upcoming eclipse on April 8th. So much has been said in regards to that, but I wanted to share what Holy Spirit has shared with me in this grand shift. We are made privy to doom and gloom messages regarding the eclipse. We have been made privy to excitable messages regarding the eclipse. So there's so much out there. What I'm going to ask you to do is you go within, you check in with Holy Spirit, and you get your own divine instruction. I'm going to share what Holy Spirit has shared with me in regards to the eclipse. I've done a lot of teaching in regards to the old guard being dismantled, the old guard system of religion in politics, in educational systems, that entire old guard being eradicated and dismantled. And when I say eradicated, not so much that it is being wiped off the face of the earth, is that it's no longer holding the power that it held before. Okay, and so here we have this eclipse coming up. I believe the eclipse is significant in setting a tone, locking in what I would call the new guard system, the system where we are not operating in the old guard ways of religion, of blatant discrimination, judgmental mindsets, the things that are created to keep people in a bondage. Anything that is created to keep people in a bondage, and that's many categories. I only named a few, but there's many categories that have been created to keep people in a bondage, whether it be by race, socioeconomic status, sexual orientation, all of these different areas. Okay, all of that is being dismantled, because it is time for there to be a unified front. That can't happen when there's constantly pushes for separation. And so I do strongly believe, and this is something Holy Spirit has been sharing with me just in my private time, that the eclipse is representative of us being in the dark with this old guard system for so many generations, and then coming back into the light and being able to see more clearly, have more clarity, being able to implement the new guard system values, things present in the old guard system, such as even on our political landscape, women's rights. Women having the ability to occupy higher offices. This is why you see a lot of women being placed in certain positions. It is not just a voting in, it is a positioning of Holy Spirit. It is the time of Queen Esther. It is the year of the woman. It is the year where the woman's voices will be raised. And this is not to eradicate the voice of the man. We are to stand in dominion with our male counterparts. All right. And when I say male counterparts, I'm not just exclusively meaning in a marriage, because there are many women that have chosen not or will not be married. I'm single myself. That is not something that is on my radar. But in the different things that I do in business, in ministry, in my coaching, I will work alongside of other men who will be counterparts in those different arenas for the success of the whole. I think that is what the solar eclipse represents spiritually. The coming out of the dark, coming into the light of a more unified collective, a more unified body, breaking those barriers. All right. You hear me oftentimes talk about how people are deconstructing. They're breaking those barriers that have had them locked in for so very long. And so what this does is it sets the stage for voices to be heard. It sets the stage for representation on all front. It sets the stage for there to be educational discourse, for there to be respectful dialogue. We're in a time where there's not respectful dialogue and discourse. There is a constant competition and a battle against my way is the only way and your way is the wrong way. Well, we're moving out of those systems and we're coming more into a unity. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody will agree on everything, but I should be able to disagree with you and still be, or we should still be able to be okay with one another. There should not have to be a total drawing a line in the sand. There should be an ability for me to disagree or to not align with your values, or you are not aligned with mine or my belief system or whatever, without there being an attack involved. And the old guard system is going out kicking and screaming, you all. This is why right now it seems a little chaotic. It seems like there's a lot of things in disarray, but in truth, we are awakening to what has always been there. Our eyes have come open. We have spiritual clarity. What we see with our natural eyes, we understand that there is something we can discern. There is something going on in the spirit realm. So that is my take, what Holy Spirit has shared with me in regards to the solar eclipse and how we should position ourselves. It is a time of preparation. I've been talking about this, you all, for a long time, to prepare yourself to be placed in your rightful positions, to prepare yourself to gain the knowledge that you need to flow fluently in your rightful positions, okay? Guess what? I want you to have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy looking at the eclipse. A lot of schools are out, a lot of things, a lot of people are planning to view the eclipse. I think it is a very spiritual event. I don't think it's just a natural event. I think it's a very spiritual event. And I think we should take note to the changes and be prepared for the changes that are happening on the backside of this solar eclipse. Guess what? I love you. I want you to love yourself more than me. And I'll see you on the next download. Toodles.